The classic egg caramel pudding or custard is one of the yummiest desserts which can be made with three simple ingredients: egg, milk, and sugar. With its origins in Rome, this dish derives its sweetness from the sugar, a hint of bitterness from the caramel, and the buttery and creamy texture because of the eggs. So let's see what goes into the making of this all-time favorite recipe. We start with making the caramel sauce, for which we need 2 tablespoons of castor sugar and 3 tablespoons of water. Add these 2 ingredients to a saucepan and place it on the stove for heating on medium flame. Make sure that you do not mix these 2 ingredients with a spoon or spatula until the sugar dissolves completely to avoid the forming of crystals. Meanwhile, keep 3 tablespoons of hot water ready on the side. Now the sugar has started browning from one side, which means the caramelization process has started. You need to be very quick at this point. After you achieve the desired color, close the flame, add the hot water and close the lid. The darker the color of your caramel, the more bitter it will be. After waiting for a minute, open the lid and pour the caramel in the setting tray or tin and keep it aside. To add some fun to this simple recipe, I am going to show you how you can garnish it with a cream quenelle and also add a caramel shake on the side. So keep watching. It's time to make the pudding batter, for which you need 2 egg whites and 4 egg yolks. Make sure that you separate the egg yolks properly and they don't get mixed up with the whites. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and using a whip, beat the eggs lightly. Keep this egg vanilla mixture aside. Now let's make a milk and sugar mixture, for which you need 250 ml of milk and 2 tablespoons of sugar. We are going to heat this and add it to the eggs later. You can use any form of sugar. I am using castor sugar here as it's super fine and gets dissolved easily. Give this a good mix and place it on the flame for heating. Make sure it doesn't boil, as we don't have to cook the milk and we have to close it before it comes to a boiling point. Wait for a few minutes to let the steam off, and then part by part start adding the milk into the egg mixture. Okay, here's a warning because I made that mistake. Once you start adding the milk, avoid whipping this batter too much, because that creates a lot of froth and that froth will create bubbles, which will result in the pudding getting a porous texture. So if you want your pudding to have a smooth finish, just mix this batter, don't whip it. To break the bubbles that are formed, we are going to strain this mixture at least 3 times. Now pour the custard batter over the caramel in the baking tin. Using an aluminium foil, seal the top. And we are going to steam bake this pudding using a double boiler method for 25 to 30 minutes. You can use a wide bottomed pan, a kadhai, or even a pressure cooker to cook the pudding for about 20 to 25 minutes. Just make sure that the lid is closed while cooking. Once done, insert a toothpick in the pudding to check that it's well cooked. There should be no liquid sticking to the toothpick. If your pudding is undercooked, you can cook it more for about 5 to 10 minutes. When the pudding is ready, cover it with the foil and refrigerate for 6 hours. For the caramel shake, we need to make the caramel once again using the same proportions as I have shown before. So I'm not repeating the entire caramel making process here, just to save time. And lastly, we will need some whipping cream for the quenelle. Roughly, I'm using about 100 grams of whipping cream, and we are going to beat it till we achieve stiff peaks. So it's time to unmold our pudding and garnish it with a dollop of whipping cream that we just made. Using a knife very lightly, just loosen the edges of the pudding. Using a serving dish, turn it upside down. Just shake it lightly till it comes off. To satisfy your caramel cravings, we are also going to add a caramel shake in our recipe. For the caramel shake, pour the caramel that you just made into any glass and add some milk. Adjust the sugar as per your liking and give it a good stir. And now for the quenelle. Quenelle simply means giving your cream a professional touch to make it look more presentable. How you do it is just pick up a spoonful of cream and start shifting it from one spoon to the other. Each time picking it up from the other end. It will start getting fine edges and resemble a rugby ball. And that's all there is to making a cream quenelle. While you enjoy this caramel treat, do let me know in the comments section if you liked my recipe. And do like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching my videos. Bye!